Morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I haven't been on here in a while. I've been kind of busy with the holidays and everything, but I wanted to jump on for a little bit this morning before I open the store because I have a whole bunch of new things to show you. So I'm actually in the sewing room this morning because I have them all set up here. I'm going to be putting them out into the store throughout today. But I wanted to quickly go through and show you all the new things. Please make sure that you say hello if you're on here live, and feel free to share the video so you can show all of your other quilting and sewing friends all the new things that we got. And I'm curious, after I go through all this, if you have something that was just one thing. Good morning, Emily, that you loved. I can't really pick one yet, but I have a couple of projects in mind for some different things that I'm going to make. So let's just get right into it. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff back here. I have some bolts, I have some pre-cuts. So I'll just start with this beautiful bundle here, and hopefully you guys can see this okay since I'm back in the sewing room. This is a fat quarter bundle, and it's 22 fat quarters in here from Benartex, and the line is called Midnight Pearl. It's really, really, really pretty. It's actually got metallic in it, so that looks like silver. It's actually metallic. Some really pretty grays and pinks and almost like a purpley pink and black. So really, really, really pretty. And like I said, that this is a fat quarter bundle. There's 22 fat quarters in there. So really, really pretty. I have another fat quarter bundle that is batiks. I love, love, love batiks. So these are kind of what I would call like an earthy tone. There's some greens and browns, and then it goes into the blues. And this is, does it say how many are in here? It doesn't say, but it looks like quite a few. And this is another fat quarter bundle. And this is by Robert Kaufman. So beautiful bundle already put together, fabrics that go together. I have another bundle of Moda. These are fat quarters as well. These are some of their marbles. So really great rainbow of colors here. I have some great patterns actually that use like a rainbow. So that would go good with these. I have some fun 5-inch squares. It's called Grand Lake, and these are on the darker side of the colors. So I'm not going to open it up because they're not bound, but really pretty fat quarters, or I'm sorry, not fat quarters, 5-inch squares. So I got some of those. I got some, I don't know if you've seen this, it's called diagonal seam tape, and it's for you to put on your sewing machine to help guide. It's got a 1/4-inch mark. So I use a 1/4-inch foot, but sometimes even that 1/4-inch foot, you need it to run, you know, down your machine a little bit. So this is some great tape that's easy to put on and off to help you guiding on there. Let's take a look. Some more batiks that I got in. This is from Moda, Bahama Batiks, and this is a pretty jelly roll. Some really pretty fun colors in there, and these are like a little bit of a bigger print too, so you can see that. That one's really fun. So a couple of jelly rolls of batiks, and of course I have tons of patterns for different pre-cuts too. This line I got in from Blank is really fun. These are cranes. So it's got gray and purple and black in it, and the background is a gray. And then I have a couple that go along with that. Let me just bring these all over here so I can go through them together. So we have the pretty cranes. paper cranes. Then I have this beautiful black and gray. So if you know me, my colors are blue. I love blue. And then of course I love black and gray and whites. So these are some great pieces here. Again, this is black and gray, a couple different colors of gray. So you have your black here, and then there's a darker gray, a little bit lighter, and then the background again is gray as well. And then this last one is actually a couple different shades of purple along with the black and the gray background. So those all go together. The next I have, I'll bring this over. I have a really pretty pattern that goes with this. So I'll grab these. And this is a Moda. And the line is called Flower Garden. And this is the pattern called Summer Snow. It's really pretty. It's a 60.5 by 72, by 72.5 quilt. So I have all the things you need for this. It takes one jelly roll. And here's the pretty jelly roll that goes along with that. Really pretty, fun spring colors. So it takes one of those jelly rolls, and then it takes, the background is, this is called porcelain, so it's one of the Bella Solids. So I have that goes along with it. I thought this was really pretty, and this is super, super, super soft. So I thought this was really pretty if you wanted to do the backing with this or the binding. Got that one to go along with it. And this you actually use in the cornerstones. And then the pattern calls for some of this for the binding, but then you're also using some of the strips from the jelly roll for the binding. So I don't love a scrappy binding. So I probably would do the entire binding out of this. So that's an option. So that's, again, called Flower Garden. The pattern's called Summer Snow, and it uses the jelly roll. So I have several of those jelly rolls for that. Let me just put these back. I forgot to show, I got another batik that goes actually along with that, Robert Kaufman. Some pretty blues and greens that go along with that. And if you've been into the store, you know I have quite a bit of batiks that go with this. So plenty of options for you there. I have a collection from Riley Blake. I love their stuff. This one's called Gingham Farm. Whoop. Knew that was going to happen. So this is really pretty greens and grays and blacks. So I'll just kind of go through here so you can see these. And there's some words on here. It talks about family and love, find your tribe, gather here. So some words on there. Really pretty green with a cream, actually it's a light green X on there, pretty plaid. I have a couple bolts of this as well. So I have this, which is a lighter green background with the floral. I have that in yardage. And then I have another, these are birds, cute. Show you the other ones that I have yardage. Really pretty stripe. This one actually has a little bit of brown and yellow in it as well. That's the only one that has any color besides the green and the black. I have this one in yardage. It's black with little bits of green in it. Here's those words again. More of the plaid. What do I have? Oh, I'm getting there. I have this plaid right here, the black. And then I also have the words in the green. I have yardage of that as well. So, and then of course the 10-inch squares that go along with that. So that one's called Gingham Farms. And I have a really fun line from Ruby Star. And talked a little bit about Ruby Star before. They are a group of 5 women designers. Ruby Star is owned by Moda. So this line is called Darlings. So there's a little bit of gold metallic. So that's a metallic in there. So I just thought these ladies were really fun. This would be fun to make a bag. So I have that. This one is a gray with metallic again on there. These are super fun, hedgehogs. Again, the gold metallic on there. This is more of a brown with the black background on there. And then stars, black stars on, it's like, it reminds me of like a muslin. So it's like a more natural background on that. So again, that's Ruby Star. Some of their latest line from Darlings. Put those ones back. And then the last group that I have is another Moda, and it is used in this pattern called Buttercup, and it's a Fab 5 pattern. So you pick 5 1-yard cuts of fabric to make up this quilt. So if you don't, if you're not a fan of yellows, it's a really great pattern to still use if you have other colorways. So let me grab those really quick. So you can see I got a bunch of these. So this is actually just a Bella Solid. It's just a really pretty yellow that complements that. Anytime I can add to my solids when I'm buying fabric from a line, I try to do that just to help build up these solids. Hi, Pam. Yes, aren't those stars super cute? I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm thinking I want to find a bag pattern. I actually have a bag pattern in mind, so I'll have to look to see, get that bag made up and then get a class scheduled, maybe something for March. So here's some more of the yellow. So leaves on there. This has got a little bit of red and green in it. This is just a simple yellow on yellow with some little leaves. Another yellow on yellow, but it's a floral. So really pretty. And then the last is, it's a yellow, but it's almost like a beige yellow with the leaves again. So I have this in 2 different colorways. And like I said, I have this pattern that goes along with it. So I think that's all that I have that's new. Trying to think what else is going on. I'm going to be scheduling some more classes for February and March. So if you didn't read my newsletter, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. I will be out Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be back on Thursday next week. So I'm still doing some consulting for my previous employer, and they have an event that I'm going to be going to help them with that. But I have Mary Lou, who is worked in the store a little bit already. She'll be here that entire time to take care of you. She's a wonderful lady, knows what she's doing and what she's talking about. So she's worked in a quilt shop before, and she'll be here to take care of that. And then I will be back and ready to add some more classes. If anybody has taken my beginner quilting class, I have a pattern that I found that's going to be perfect to make a quilt. So kind of like the next step for the beginner quilting or anybody else that's interested, of course. It's pretty simple pattern, and I'm excited to get that one scheduled. So I will do that. Ooh, a tuffet class. Pam, would you be interested in the round tuffet or the square tuffet? I'd be interested to know that, because there are two different patterns for that. I have patterns here that have for the round tuffet. I actually have the square tuffet at my house, which was much easier to make than I thought. Although finishing it, my husband had to do that. He'd probably say otherwise because he had to put it all together for me. But thank you for the suggestions. I appreciate that. Trying to think what else. Oh, the long arm machine. I know a lot of you have been asking when I'm going to start taking orders. I will start doing that in February. I just need to put together my price list. I am feeling much more comfortable. Oh, thanks, Pam. Square. Okay. I will look at that and see if we can get a class scheduled. The long arm, we will start taking orders in February. I just need to get my price sheet together. I've been practicing quite a bit and I feel comfortable taking orders. Definitely going to start out very simple. One of the goals that I had was to be able to provide you with a quick turnaround service for long arm quilting. So to begin with, at least, I'm just going to be doing computerized patterns from edge to edge. I won't be doing any custom work or any borders or anything like that. And again, that's just initial. Things may change. I want to try to I know how long sometimes it takes to get quilts back, especially if you're just looking to get something simple done. You just want a simple edge to edge. So I will be getting that put together and letting you know the different designs that the long arm has. So look for that. And of course, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter, please make sure that you go to our website, ladyjanesquiltshop.com. Sign up for our newsletter because all the information that I talk about here on our Facebook page, I will also be sending out through our newsletter. Anytime we get any new products in, I also send it out through that as well, new classes. It's probably the best way to be informed. So just want to let you know those things that are happening around here. And if you have any other class suggestions, please, please, please let me know. Mary Lou is going to be doing some classes on applique. We haven't picked out a pattern or anything yet, but that's one of our goals, to get a class scheduled. She does beautiful work. And so we will be getting a class scheduled for that very soon as well. The other thing I wanted to let you know, I don't know if you saw my newsletter, is we're going to be doing another sleep at home retreat in April. Had a lot of fun in November when we did that, and we're going to be doing it in April. Sorry, I didn't write the dates down. Let me look it up really quick here. So April 17th, 18th, and 19th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from 9 to 9 on Friday and Saturday, and then 9 to 5 on Sunday. And I've already had a couple ladies sign up for that. I have room for 10. So if you're interested in that, please give the shop a call, or you can also register on our website. The cost is $60 for the 3 days. And I provide a light breakfast and some snacks. There's always water here in our classroom, so we provide that as well. Just a great time to kind of step out of your normal sewing room and get together with some friends and work on some projects. And you always learn something new when you have other women around you sewing. So that was coming up in April. And I think that's about it for this morning. It's just about time for me to unlock the doors and get started with my day. Thank you for joining me, and feel free to share the video. See you soon.